Hey, welcome back to Cohesion Through Chaos. I am Dale, and I'm just here to give you a little update of what's been going on. I said that I had started another channel called As the Crow Flies 144, and that's because I'm trying to show people what it's like to go from the bottom and work your way up out of the muck to bloom like the lotus, okay? Because we hear a lot of people's stories that have gone through that, but we don't get to see it captured in the moment. And so that's what I've been doing. But on this channel, I'm doing things in a more refined way and a more professional way to make sure that I'm doing like what it takes in this world to be relevant in a modern era, but also to learn how to like double dip on things and how to put the least amount of like physical energy into the maximum output. So let me just pause real quick. So what I'm trying to do is try to kind of front load all the information that I am putting on my YouTube channel so that if there are days that I have to dedicate my time to other things, I'm trying to show you how to efficiently multitask, okay? And we already know a lot of these concepts. So I had finished up a book that I had been working on called My Stroke of Insight on this channel. And there was a book called The Way of Integrity by Martha Beck that I was working on another channel. So before I keep moving forward on The Body Keeps the Score, I want to finish up The Way of Integrity. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to double post those. I'm going to post it on this channel from where we're starting at. So you're going to miss the first couple of chapters, but they are over on the other channel. So I'll link the playlist for that in like I guess in the corner, the bottom right-hand corner of my videos. Okay, let me pause again. So in addition to things that I do online, I have so many things in my space around me that were intended for creative use. Okay, there's so many things that I've learned in my lifetime. I tried to start like an online women's boutique because that was the way that, technology was moving at that time. And I'm just always trying to stay on the front end of a wave just so I can see what the outcome is going to be and when it's going to fall back down, right? So it was like I realized that was what was going on, and I just really it was too hard to put my effort into something that wasn't of my own creation. And so that's what this is. It's like all the things that I have learned over my 42 years in life, of all the things that I have gone to school for, I've just learned in my daily life. And I want to try to get you comfortable with imagining things to be bigger than they are right now. Okay. The reason why you get to see like the same things over and over again every day is because your imagination isn't expanded very much because you don't believe that you are allowed to wish for more. Okay. Or you're always wondering, like, can I do this thing? If I do this thing, is somebody going to be around like a boss or some authority figure that says like, you can't do that in here, but that's all it is. It's just words. Okay. So do what you want to do because nobody can erase what is already done. They can just tell you you weren't supposed to do that. Okay. Trust me, you know the things that you're really going to get punished for, so it's like, just take a little bit of a risk in the direction of your of what you want in life. Okay. We have to be uncomfortable all the time, but you usually do it to like get out of bed and go to work, right? How uncomfortable is that? Who really wants to do that? So take that same discomfort and just put it into something that you want to do, but you haven't done before yet. And it's like, I'm a mother of four, so I know that my kids are like, I don't want to do that thing. Like, I don't know how to do it. I'm not good at it. I'm like, that nobody knows how to do it. That's why they join the thing, to learn the thing, to get good at it. Okay. So I'm telling you the same thing because we're all just children inside. That's how I know that what I say is valid, is because it comes from my own inner knowledge. Know thyself, right? And be the change that you wish to see in the world. These are old, like cliche things that we call cliche now, but they were the words of a person. We are all just people. These words exist within you too, because they're not like your own. It's like that there are energies that animate the cells of your being. And you know that if there's one thing that's true about being a human, it's that your feelings and your emotions shift all over the place. And that is what determines what actions you take in this life. Okay. So you have to understand that, like, if you're always suppressing your emotions just so you can show up every day for the thing that seems guaranteed, I want you to understand that money is not the only thing that has value. So everything that you spend your time doing is an investment. So you need to know how to spend your time on the best investment so that what you're putting in right now, these little seeds that you're planting right now, turn into a garden that's going to flourish in the environment that you are creating. Okay. If you take seeds for the Southwest and you live in the Northeast and you try to create this beautiful flourishing garden, it's not going to work. Okay. So that's why, like, you plant the seeds in the soil of your soul and they grow wherever you are at. Okay. Because you are the soil. All right. So don't think you got to have a green thumb to do this. Just realize that you got to start asking yourself why. What are all the things that you are doing and why are you doing them? And start to question little by little by little. Is it because it's important to you? Because stability is important to you. And like, that's how you're being provided stability is like, well, you don't want to shake up your environment, but if you know the one strength of humans is how adaptable we are, okay? It's like, I think we think that we're smarter than ancient people of the past because we can use a cell phone, but it's like, oh, I don't have to listen to like, Gandhi because he would have no idea like how to send an email or something. It's like, do you understand that cell phones are made of crystals and things like that, like silica chips and all these different things? It's like we want to make fun of people for having crystals, but it's like, do you know why quartz watches are called quartz watches? It's because like the crystalline structure of quartz is so pristine that it helps to amplify the energy that runs through it and keep it consistent. Okay. So it's like, I'm going to teach you based on all the things that I have learned from society's knowledge to all the ancient things that I have learned just in my own curiosities over a lifetime. And then we're going to combine it so that you guys can see how to transition in a positive way. Okay. I have been married and divorced twice. And the one thing that I think that they both, well, I know my second husband consistently would say if he was trying to like get me to soften up to him again, because he would like, I won't get into the personal stuff, though I will when it's pertinent. But what is pertinent right now is that, hang on, he would say that one of the best qualities about me is that I never complain. And that's not how he would like list it out. He would just say um that I never complain, and that's what he felt like he was always complaining. And that's the thing is like um he would consider himself a realist, and a lot of like pessimists, they consider themselves realists. And it's like, okay, I understand that you're being a realist, but a realist is neither a pessimist nor an optimist. So I am going to try to speak to you as a realist. That means like with neutrality, okay? Not with some predetermined outcome of like why one thing is good or bad. There's no good or bad. There's balance. I've said it before and I'll keep saying it. It's like a battery, okay? Everything is polarity. There's positive and negative. And when we think of that in terms of math or when we're describing somebody, we think good and bad or more or less. And when you think of it in terms of a battery, which is like how we generate electricity, magnetism, and electromagnetics and things like that, it's that there's a positive side of the battery and a negative side of the battery. And the positive side is not the good side and negative is bad side. It's just that that's how the current flows through it from positive to negative, positive to negative. Okay, so you have to realize that everything is a metaphor for itself, right? Everything in this world, as within, so without, as above, so below, all these different things. So what you're seeing in your outside environment, it's like your brain is the film on which the projectors, like your eyeballs, project reality out in front of you. Okay. It's like the concept of a hologram, which means that, like, I didn't even realize this until a couple of years ago, that a hologram, if you cut it up into pieces, each little piece still reflects the same hologram. It's like still the same hologram. Okay. So that's why people say that we have a holographic universe and these different things. It's because that what is going on in your mind, it's like fractured out there into a bajillion different pieces and you see it in everything. It's like reflected in everything. So if that concept seems a little bit big and spacey, it's okay. It's just, I'm going to try to teach concepts that will help you to link in what you already know. So you know that it's not you who is right or wrong or good or bad. It's that you have an innate program within and you are supposed to have your heart and your mind in alignment. And if they are not, then you're going to feel uncomfortable constantly. Okay. Or you're going to feel like a pull to do something, but you're like, nah, I don't want to put the effort into that because like nobody around me wants to support me in it. Okay. The greatest thing about having like tarot readers and people who see as I see available on the internet is that I can encapsulate myself in a world of the positive people that I want to be around. I am positive I want to be around them, okay? Because they are feeding me with things that nobody in my environment either knows about me or is willing to say to me. And that is what has been keeping my spirits up as I am this lotus moving through the muck and up and out to shower, to like open up to the enlightenment that I was born with, okay, that my spirit came here with. And I need people on my side. I need support. So I'm here to support you. You support me. And we start to just encapsulate ourselves in a world that is just us, okay, no matter where we are at. All right. And then my intent is really to bring everybody together, is to create retreat centers. I'm a cannabis educator, and I grow my own. And, it's like, I just want people to get back to knowing what the earth provides instead of like if you go out to like a weed shop or something, it's like every time that we get something good from the earth and then it gets it gains popularity and then it gets legalized or whatever, then the greedy people in the market try to distill it just for the positive benefits of what they want. And then that's when you create a mess. That's when you create imbalance again. So I'm trying to make sure that people understand the benefits of all true things that are out there in the world so that you can decide whether or not you want them within yourself, your body, you know, I just want you to know what's going on in this world because a lot of it, they're just manipulation is so easy. Okay. So my intent is to manipulate you positively, consciously, and I am explaining the manipulation to you. Okay. So people don't like the word manipulation, but it's happening to you all day, every day. And I am trying to like help you discern and decide how you want to be manipulated and how to manipulate others in a positive way or in an outcome that is a win-win for everybody. Hey, I'm going to leave it off at that. It said 1147, which to me means 1111. And that's like a real sacred number for the people who feel like they're tapped into me and what I'm saying. Now I'm going to come back on with a tarot reading, but I just wanted to give you a little update of like what I'm doing here. And like I did say that I had made a tarot reading for all these people who I had promised like 100 free tarot readings to get used to my deck and how the message should come through me. And, in that process, I learned a lot. I don't do a lot. I don't explore a lot of the things I'm interested in with others because I just don't have the people around. So finally, I got brave enough to start being seen and heard on the internet. And it's mainly because I want to quiet out some of the other noise that's in your environment. I want to occupy some of that space. So at least you're getting some balanced perspective. Like you're out there in this like society soup, but I want to give you some spiritual like salt that you can believe in that nourishes you, Yeah. Okay, so I'm just going to leave it off at that. All right. And I am going to check back in with a tarot reading. And then I should be reading more of the book today. Okay. We'll see how much I can get done because I'm also working on like making jewelry out of all these different beads that I have. And I've got a bunch of canvases that I'm looking at right now. And my motivation is to make them for mothers because we have Mother's Day coming up. Okay. And what better thing to use my talents on than Oh, and this is something that I wanted to say. It's like we kind of look out in the world and we get annoyed with people for being ungrateful for things that they have that we don't have, right? And for me, I always have to try to put myself under the microscope and figure out uh, what am I doing that I don't like about what other people are doing. And I finally realized okay, I'm not being grateful for the things that I have access to that other people don't. Like not everybody can just paint a painting when they want. Not everybody can just create solutions to problems that they see all around them, and that's how I am. It's like I can create a solution and then I want to build that solution. I don't want to have to go and search for it. That's a waste of my time and effort. Okay, so if I want to see where I have room for improvement and how I'm like how my shadows are still being reflected in the outside world. It's like I'm jealous of people for money that they have easy access to because they have a stable job, or at least it seems stable for now. And it's like, okay, well, what am I doing? I feel like I'm putting forth the effort to create these channels, be kind to others, do a little bit of this and a little bit of that. But it's like I am being ungrateful for what I have been programmed with my spirit, my soul, And so I'm trying to put that out. I'm trying to prove to God and myself that we weren't wrong. That the only people who were wrong were the people who saw what I was kind of good at, and what I was telling them that I wanted to do. And they steered me off path because they said, no, no, it's not going to work for you. Well, I'll tell you what, all those paths that I followed because other people told me to take this instead, it just filled me up with 42 years of intelligence and wisdom of what happens when you go against what you know to be your own truth. So this is what we're doing. I'm trying to show gratitude for the clear thinking that I have been able to have because I've been an observer of people and because I'm an empath. And I want to start a podcast or just like playlist called the Controversial Empath, because I am sick of us empaths always thinking like we're so loving. Why are we treated this way? Okay, because I need to give you perspective outside of yourself so that you can see that what seems like it's loving and right and all this and that, it's also not consistent with your core beliefs and the way that you really want to feel. Okay. So we'll get into that in the future, but I just wanted to do a check-in. It's like over 15 minutes. That's longer than I want my videos to be, but I'm just trying to let the words flow as they come through because I don't pre-script this. It's just freestyle. Okay. All right. This is the way that I freestyle. And I do feel like I have a couple raps and rhymes up my sleeve that I've been writing down. So we're just going to see where this all comes out to. All right. 1606 as I was looking at it. I love you, and I'll check back in soon.